You guys need to brace yourselves for this one because it just went from chaotic to crazy. I'm bringing up Drake and Kendrick Lamar once more. You believe that this feud was over? It's absolutely incorrect. It's not over yet. And in light of the recent events at Wireless Festival, we may be witnessing the emergence of one of the most intricate and petty rap feuds in history. Imagine this. Thousands of people yelling F Kendrick on cue. Drake was standing in the middle of the stage, grinning, holding up a glass and saying, "I'll toast to that. Hey!" And just when many felt Kendrick was too silent, he retaliated with a move so cool and smooth that it sent the internet reeling. You won't want to just a single phrase. Indeed, LeBron James was also drawn into the controversy. This is hip-hop. Beef on a whole new level. And now we're dissecting the occasion, the significance, the approach, and above all what it indicates about Drake and Kendrick's current status. Let's begin. Okay, so this is how it is set up. Drake is the main act at the already important Wireless Festival in London. Large audience, elaborate stage design, and several set lists spread across several evenings. Drake is obviously attempting to demonstrate that he is still that person. He just recovered from the criticism surrounding the Kendrick feud. Seems like a time to start over with the story, don't you think? It really takes off on the second night. Its performance is in the middle. The audience begins yelling, F Kendrick. Not once, not in jest, but collectively and loudly. Thousands of voices expressing outright disdain. It's crazy. What does Drake do then? He adds, "I'll drink to that," as he approaches with a smile and lifts his glass. No shutting it off, no deflection. As if he were at a wedding celebration, he co-signs the entire thing and makes a toast. He did not mention Kendrick's name, but he is under no obligation to do so at this time. That's the most straightforward thing Drake has said since the feud broke out. It was a message, even though it wasn't a bar, okay? And Kendrick heard it, I assure you. Why now then? Why this? We had the opportunity to discuss Drake's recent vibe. He's in this strange transitional state where he acts as though nothing is bothering him, yet everything he does begs for the contrary. Consider it. Hey, what have I missed? He criticizes LeBron, DeRozan, and even old pals Future and Travis Scott in this passage, and yet no name drop from Kendrick. He is now, however, allowing followers to yell F Kendrick and toasting to it. Textbook deflection is what this is. Drake doesn't really say anything, but he wants the smoke. In an attempt to get cool points, he is acting like the petty king. The problem is that it's transparent. Fans are starting to notice. Critics are beginning to notice. You cannot pretend to be over someone while singing songs that are a direct response to the same individuals you are ostensibly done with. Drake is torn between being extremely disturbed and being unbothered. It is providing energy that is insecure, right? This is where the true heat begins to build. Everyone was wondering, what's Kendrick doing? After the entire F Kendrick chant at Wireless ended, and Drake raised that small tequila toast as if he had just dropped Take Care too. Does he intend to answer? Will he remain silent? Make a surprise disc drop. What's the move, Kendrick? Didn't even flinch, dude. Kendrick gives us one of the most icy answers ever rather than joining a live broadcast or posting a theatrical tweet. He posts a laughing emoji along with a phrase from one of Drake's own songs, and that's all. The tweet is that no additional bars, no profanity, just a light surgical / disrespect cloaked in a serene aura. Furthermore, close sources later revealed that Kendrick thought the entire situation was amusing. When he witnessed the chant and Drake's brief toast, he seemed to actually giggle. Didn't perceive any danger. Didn't think rushing to a studio was necessary. No, he's just lounging and saying, "Here you go, Aubrey. Try again." Even more bizarre, according to the same insiders, Kendrick is willing to resume the feud if Drake wishes to pursue it further. He's not in a rush though. Do you know why? Since Kendrick is aware of the reality, this beef. He already has the victory. He is certain that he will win again if it comes down to round 2. It's awareness, not even arrogance. Kendrick is aware of his role. Here, he is not the underdog. He is the rap technician who has previously delivered flawless knockout punches. And now he's letting Drake show off his stage tricks, weak disses, and songs that no one is listening to twice. Kendrick is now saying, I have time. Receive poems, I have ammunition, but I won't push it. I've already won the first round. Allow the child to continue swinging aimlessly. And that's the distinction between a reactionary and a strategist right there. Kendrick doesn't act impulsively. When it's time to complete the task, he moves. And believe me, Kendrick has a second round locked and loaded if Drake continues to poke the bear. Let's now discuss reaction. I'm not referring to Stan on Twitter either. Real hip-hop heads, rap media, and bar-for-bar fans are what I mean. Drake's toast. It didn't impact him in the way he had anticipated. Following the Wireless Show articles were published accusing it of being embarrassed, petty, and passive-aggressive. Commentators claim that rather than using real bars, he is relying on disrespect. Because, let's be honest, you're going to make fun of someone, make fun of them. Don't hide behind tequila shots and chants. This was more than just a Drake. This Kendrick exchange served as a reminder that content is more important to the hip-hop community than stunts. Drake was the most active. The least of these was Kendrick. However, Kendrick seemed 10 times more slender. Here's why Kendrick is succeeding despite not even rapping. Kendrick has always been strategic. He chooses his locations. He reacts thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Kendrick is over here throwing grenades with a single emoji while Drake is running around acting like he's trying out for love in hip-hop. He is letting his silence and music speak for him. We're not smoking charts anymore. The iconic intensity of the sold-out show. Drake is still out there trying to gain notoriety with bizarre personas and tirades about tour vans. Kendrick is aware of the distinction between respect and attention. Drake is receiving attention. Right now, Kendrick has the culture's respect. Significant change. Everyone's mind is now wondering if Kendrick will retaliate with another song. Kendrick already stated, I got songs in the vault in the song Not Like Us. He's not playing bluffs. He may get another missile if Drake continues to poke and cast shade. And it's over, dude. If Kendrick drops again, Drake won't be spared from it by any toast, live stream, or alter persona. Kendrick isn't hurrying, though. His genius lies in that. Since Kendrick's words will be incisive, clean, and difficult to recover from. He is allowing Drake to stumble in public and spiral out of control. Now what? Drake finds himself at an odd juncture. He's falling behind culturally. In terms of music, he has been mediocre. Additionally, despite his pretenses, he seems to be taking far too personally. Okay, so let's talk about Drake's attempts to promote the Iceman period. Drake is introducing this new persona. He now calls himself the Iceman, drives about blaring his unreleased music from a huge party truck like he's on a one-man campaign trail. Mysterious images, and dresses entirely in white. The branding is meant to exude assurance, command, and ruthless power. But seriously, Wi-Fi is having a meltdown. Drake appears to be fumbling for identity in the midst of a cultural upheaval rather than cool and collected. When every action you make demonstrates that you're still hot from the Kendrick smoke, you can't call yourself Iceman. When you clap back at fans, disparage your former teammates, and treat LeBron as though he stole the release date of your record, you cannot teach cold detachment. To be honest, this is not the first time Drake has attempted a persona flip. Do you recall The Boy, The Sixth God, or Champagne Papi? Everyone's a time period, a mood. However, the audience isn't buying it this time. The character, the antics, the stunts, and the absence of actual bars beneath the branding are all visible to them. It feels more like a scream for relevance than the return that this Iceman rollout was meant to represent. There's no actual heat or smoke, Just a bunch of showmanship in a cold front that isn't deceiving anyone. Bars were given to Kendrick. Kendrick gained traction. Drake has a motto and a party bus. The crucial issue now is what does signify for hip-hop culture and the genre as a whole. Because this feud is more than simply amusement. It serves as a gauge for the current direction of rap. One artist who still prioritizes pengami, accuracy, message, and impact is Kendrick Lamar. Conversely, Drake, who established his empire via adaptability and might, is now using smoke and mirrors to maintain his position. The Kendrick-Drake story demonstrates the distinction between legacy and clout, Queen substance and antics. Queen, someone who is sliding, and someone who is still bright. Not just for them, Queen, but also for the upcoming generation of artists who will be witnessing this unfold. This is a crucial time. They're gaining knowledge. You by tweeting? Chanting your way to power is not an option. Additionally, you should bring bars rather than branding if you enter the ring. The culture is observing. Kendrick is currently establishing the benchmark. Drake is still able to return. There's no denying his brilliance. However, he must face the music and quit avoiding the microphone. Literally, if round 2 takes place, it must be honest and poetic. Rap only, please. No more adorable subs or toast raising. Because that's what first made us fall in love. What are your thoughts? Did Drake have to pay for that toast? Was Kendrick's response flawless, or is he being overly cool? Additionally, do you believe that another diss tune is loading? Tell me in the comments below. I would want to get your thoughts on this insanity. Anyway, this brings the video for today to a close. To ensure you don't miss any upcoming uploads, make sure to turn on the post notification bell and subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos. Till then, see you in the next one.